Why hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Iris. Today I'm unboxing my Allure beauty box for the month of April. That took a lot longer than it should have. So I've actually had this box for about a week and it's just been sitting there waiting for me to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it. And I decided I was going to do a little bit of an unboxing and a try on. I know there are a couple pieces of makeup in here, which is why I'm not currently wearing any makeup. Now, I believe that this is the first month where the price increase came into effect. The box went from being an essentially $25 a month box to being an essentially $30 a month box. I cancel my membership and resubscribe on a month by month basis, so they're always giving me the promotional rate. So it's usually $5 or $10 cheaper, and they'll often throw in a free gift for that first month. And I am very willing to just skip months or skip several months at a time if I'm not interested in what's in the box. So I did see what was in the box when I purchased it, but I've kind of forgotten. So let's start out with just what's on top. And this is a face toner from Skin & Co. This is their Truffle Therapy Essential Face Toner. And this is a 2.5 fluid ounce size. The Allure Beauty Box comes with 3 full size and 3 mini products. Deluxe size, often very small deluxe sizes. I'm not sure which one this is, but I will figure that out towards the end. Next we have an Innisfree product, and I like Innisfree as a brand. I feel like they have really consistently nice items, and this seems like one that will also appeal to me. Now this is a mini, this is a 15 ml size, and it is their green tea seed hyaluronic cream, which sounds very promising. Yeah, just a little facial moisturizer. I think I will probably really enjoy this. I think I've liked everything I've ever tried from Innisfree. And now that I'm looking at the rest of the box, I think that this must have been a miniature as well. Okay, item number 3. We have the Vitamin C Papaya Enzyme Scrub from Rodial, which I'm interested to see how this works out. I really do like a brightening scrub product in my routine. Hopefully, this is a physical as well as a chemical exfoliant, because I find that my skin really reacts well to a gentle physical exfoliant. I tend to get clogged pores right in this area, and that seems to help loosen some of that up, unclog them, and keep my skin looking pretty smooth and fresh. So hopefully this one works out really well for me. Rodial is a brand that I have tried a couple of products from. I believe it's the Dragon's Blood line. I've tried a few different products from and really quite enjoyed. It's not something that I would ever purchase outright though. It's just way too expensive for what it is. But if I'm gonna get it in a $25 box, okay, I'm cool with that. All right, so this is the last non-makeup item. This is Sachajuan Styling Cream. I'm sure that I butchered the name. I'm probably not going to get any better by looking it up and trying again though, so we're just gonna roll with it. I have actually really been liking a styling cream. I've been using one from Olaplex that I actually got in a previous box and really enjoying it. So hopefully this one is just as good. I will say this is going to be like a lifetime supply though for me, because I've been using the sample that I got in the last box, which is like 15 mils, for weeks, and it's not gone yet because I just have so little hair. This is 4.2 ounces or 125 mils. So this is going in the grave with me, but hopefully I'll be having really nice hair in the grave. Okay, now we get to the makeup. This is what I was most excited about. Now, I have not gotten a huge number of these boxes. I've probably gotten, I don't know, 5 over the course of the past year and a half or so. But I hadn't seen an eye palette in one of these, and this time they had an eye palette. Now, often when they have makeup, they will allow you to choose the shade, and they allowed me to choose the shade on the next product we'll look at. But this, everyone was going to get the same item. So this is from Beauty for Certain, which is not a brand that I have seen before or used before. I don't even think I've heard of it, though. Those like Beauty for blank names, I can't keep straight at all. So here's what the outside of the palette looks like. This is their Playa to Palazzo eyeshadow palette. And on the inside, here is what it looks like. It is super, super neutral. Let's give things a swatch and just see how they look. The texture seems to be pretty good. I do like how light the first two shades are. I think that those will probably not be that useful for people with deeper skin tones, but for me, I really do like, especially a shade this color. I find that really like blanks out my eyelid and the veining around my eyelid in a really nice way. So I mean, they're nice and smooth. The colors are nothing super special. And I'm going to re-swatch that lightest shade because I don't know if that's just really close to my skin tone or if I did a bad swatch of it. Both of them are real possibilities. Little bit of both. So that looks really quite promising. And we'll do an eye look with this at the end of the video. I'll also be trying this YSL Love Shine Candy Glaze. Now this is what convinced me to get the box. I really like the YSL lipstick that I got previously in one of these boxes. I actually brought it out. So I don't believe that they have this product anymore, but this is, I think, what they have replaced in their line with this new shade. So here they are side by side. They're both very, very pretty. So I previously had this like lighter peachy pink shade. Actually worn this quite a bit. Let me see if I can roll things down. I mean, I've used half the lipstick probably. I really do like this. And hopefully I will feel just the same about this one. This is in the shade 15. I do not believe that they have a shade name on this. But let's take a look. I just opened that from the wrong end. So this clicks up, which makes me think, yes, it does not click back down. So, you know, be wary. Ooh, I like that color. So this is not as direct of a comparison as I thought it might be with the previous product that I had. This is definitely more solid feeling, and it's not a true lipstick. It doesn't twist up and then twist back down. You will be dispensing everything that is above the lip. So be aware of that. So let's give it a try and see how it looks. Oh, that is pretty. Oh. Okay, I do like that. I think you saw, I got a little bit that was just collecting on the side here, so I just smoothed it out with my finger. But I think it looks really nice. I love the color. It feels substantial on the lips. It feels thick. It feels moisturizing without feeling gloopy. It's definitely something that you would need to reapply after eating, but I mean, I didn't apply this. I mean, I had the mirror out when I was applying this, but I don't think I necessarily needed it. So awesome. And I think this color is an easy one to wear. I feel like it would go with a lot of different things. Now let's try the eyeshadow. So I actually didn't do my brows because I was thinking that maybe one of the shades in here would be a good brow color for me. And maybe this one would, but I feel like that could be a little bit too warm. So what we're actually going to do is go into Cocoa, which is that medium brown, on a fluffy crease brush and just set up my crease a little bit. I'm going to do just a super basic neutral eye, really light, sort of what I would do for work. I mean, nothing exciting, but that's what we're going for. Now I'm going to go into Golden, which is, well, the gold in the middle. I'm just going to take that on my finger. That's how I tend to apply these shimmery shades and just go over the lid. It's pretty. It's nothing to write home about, but it's pretty. Okay. You know what? Since we are here, let's go back into Cocoa. Just add a little bit in that outer corner to give things a little bit more depth. Now I'm going to switch for a clean crease brush and just go into Papaya, which is the second to lightest shade, and put a little bit of that around the edges of where I had Cocoa in the crease. Just really make that a little bit more seamless. It already blended itself pretty well, but we're trying to get a good idea of what the palette can do. So I figured I would try to use most of the shades. And then finally, I'm going to take Espresso, this deepest brown, on an angled liner brush, and I'm just going to stamp that along my upper lash line. I said stamp and then I pulled. I intended to stamp, but whatever. It's fine. Just to make that lash line look a little bit thicker. Add a tiny bit more. Okay. And now just for a little bit of depth on the bottom of the eye, I'm going to go in with this little Eco Tools brush in, this is their liner smudge brush. It's the tiniest little pencil brush. I'm going to go into a mixture of Cocoa and Espresso, so the two deepest shades in the palette, and just put that along, I don't know, the outer 2/3 of my lower lash line. Cool. So let me get some mascara and some blush, and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, so I have the rest of my makeup on. I really like this look. It's something I could totally see myself wearing to work, or on a day like today where I'm not doing too much. I think that the eyeshadow ended up looking really nice. The little magazine that Allure sends with their box says that this is a $39 palette, and no, absolutely not. This is plastic packaging. It's a little bit hard to open. There's 5 shades in here. They're nothing super special. I mean, they're a nice quality eyeshadow, but I feel like you could get a palette that was just as good for 10 bucks at the drugstore. I like it, but it's not $39 worth of enjoyment. We have this little Innisfree cream that I'm super excited for. I think that'll be really nice. And it's a big enough size. I mean, 15 mils is still definitely a deluxe mini, but it's enough that you can use it for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, and really get a good idea of if you like it or not. So I'm very happy with that. This styling cream is a full size. This is $39. I feel pretty neutral about that. The Rhodiol is ridiculous. This is $50 for 70 mils. And I mean, this is a face scrub that you would use probably in the shower, and use 2 to 3 times a week. So no, absolutely not. I think that's ridiculous. I think that'll be gone in like 3 months tops. The Skin & Co toner. I have so much toner in the backlog. I think it'll be quite a while before I get to this, but it seems nice, and this is a little bit more reasonable. The usual size is $27 for 200 mils. This is 75 mils, so a little bit less than a third of that. This is about a $9 sample, which I think seems very, very reasonable. And then finally, the piece de resistance. This is definitely what I'm most excited about. I love the color of this lipstick, and this product is $42 usual price. Not sure I like it $42 worth, but it is a very pretty lipstick, and I feel like I'm going to get really good use out of it going forward. All right, so that is what was in the box. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.